To be a king by birth is easy. You just wait your turn. Your destiny is carved for you. But for people like me, and for others of the Eriksson dynasty, one must earn the right to rule, to forge your own destiny with blood and toil. Toil I can do, but blood is something I'm not best known for. My good friend and cousin Stryker wishes me to succeed him upon his death, seeing past the lack of prowess into my brain. We need not be warriors anymore. We can be a bastion of Norse culture and of intellectual thinking. I had thought that my conquests in North Africa would be sufficient to get my vote. Alas, I arrive at my good cousin's and High King's feast in no stronger a position than I was a month ago, even years ago. However, I have what other men lack, a cunning mind. I can take us forward, I know I can, into the future, for the realm itself is stronger when the structure is sound. I will attend this feast of my king willingly, but not alone. I bring with me Maria Sigurd, the granddaughter of the legendary king Sigurd Snake in the Eye, and great-granddaughter to the infamous Ragnar Lothbrok, said to be descended from Odin himself. And have stated my intent that her son will marry into my line. This will surely prop my legitimacy with the prouder and more pious lords. I have something altogether different for the shrewder lords, shall we say. They know which way the tide is going. Incorporating Western culture in part and feudalism is the key. Some already are westernized, perhaps too much, but their minds are either fixed on the other candidates or follow the false gods and care not for the outcome. But the integrity of men slips when gold is hung before them, like a lamb to the slaughter. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Raiders of the Adriatic with Emperor Stryker of Sapphireland. Now the election for the next Emperor is still heavily underway. I believe Sven, our candidate, yes, is still third, which is a shame. Unfortunately, we don't have any hooks or such that we can use to bribe people and force people to vote for who we want them to vote for. Thankfully, the two people who are currently the favourites, at least they are of our direct dynasty, so we still will remain emperor, so that's not the worst. It would be better if we could get Sven in charge. Maybe we can try and do that. He's a little bit behind, but maybe we can do something. Hopefully we can try and get some hooks. At present, though, I've had a look. There's not really anything we can do. We can't really bribe people or intimidate people into doing as we please, so we'll have to leave that for now. One thing that I do definitely want to do, though, as soon as we've got a little bit of land, I want to give that to our grandson, Magnus, with the genius giant trait. And I'm pretty sure that his betrothed has also got, yes, the Herculean Amazonian trait. So, they're going to produce some awesome children, hopefully. Well, he's awesome himself, Magnus. So as soon as we can land him, I'm going to do that. And hopefully we can have him as a future king down the line. Maybe the person to follow Stryker's successor. At present, though, considering we can't do anything to influence that, instead we'll go for a little bit of conquest. I think I've decided where we're going to go to. When I was looking around off screen, I've noticed that all of these Western Christian kingdoms are planning a crusade upon the Danelaw of the British Isles, considering that that has now split into several smaller Danish kingdoms. They're all still Viking, Ireland, Scotland, and England, but they're all fighting amongst themselves, and it looks like they're going to perform a crusade on that. So that's worrying, because it could mean that we could be next, which is annoying. So I want to try and improve our strength even more, just in case all these mighty kingdoms do unite against us. And I think the best chance, looking at the weakest one, as well as the best land for us to take, it's definitely some of Genoa's lands. If we were to take Genoa's lands that are de jure Italian, it would give us everything south of the mountains here, the Alps, well, everything south of the Alps, basically, isn't it? All around here. It'll give us that very natural border, and it'll give us everything in this. It would also allow us to form that empire title, which I don't think we will do, to be honest. We'll destroy that to make sure that the empire doesn't split. But he's only got 3,000 men. King Gisulberto, the Foolish of Genoa, so it's going to be a pretty easy one for us to go. And I'm pretty sure that we have, yes, our holy war for a kingdom that we can only do once per lifetime, so we may as well use it before that expires with Stryker, who is obviously not getting any younger. So, yeah, we'll go for the war for the Italian lands. And then there's just this little bit of land here that we could probably then try and get off East Francia, apart from which it literally does still stand with Italy, which isn't a lot. A bit of the Sardinian Islands and literally the capital, which is probably going to fall very soon. So here we go. We'll declare that war upon Genoa. Let's have a little look about King Giselberto, though, who was a peasant leader, of course, if you remember from long ago, when he did take this land when Italy collapsed in on itself. But he's very impressive martial-wise with that 25 martial. Only 10 prowess, though, which is pretty average. But he's got some decent traits, such as brave. So it's going to be interesting to see how this war will go. We will... Where should we raise our manpower? I think we'll raise it on the border of Genoa. Let's raise it here. We'll raise all of our men there. Going to have several thousand once they are raised. And I've noticed that the lag has come back again with this series. It's literally only happening with this series. I've been playing just for fun on CK3 this week, doing different playthroughs, and I've not had one little bit of lag or crashing or any trouble. So it's literally only happening on this. Whether that's because we're quite far into it and it's got quite big now, I don't know. And maybe because of all the mods that I'm using for this, I'm not sure. But when I've been achievement hunting all week on CK3, I've not had any trouble whatsoever with crashing. And enemy ally joins the war. Queen Ezelit. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. Oh, she's Welsh. Emir will let me know, I'm sure. 1,500 men. That's actually more manpower than I thought Wales had. It's not a decent amount of power. 19. Young Queen. Okay, interesting. A bold atheist. That's a decent amount of men, though. It's going to take their manpower up to 4.5 towards 5,000. So that could be interesting if they catch us wrong. I'm very surprised that she's willing to leave her Welsh lands undefended, though, with all of the Danish and Viking men around. The little gourmand, Magnus, seems to have been having a difficult time at our latest feast. He buried his face in his food, and the only talking he did was asking for serving after serving. Food is always a joy. Gluttonous. Impatient. Shy. Don't really want him to have shy, because I'm pretty sure that he's a decent diplomat. Yes, we definitely don't want him to have shy. We'll have... What does gluttonous do again? Lowers his stewardship. What's his stewardship like? That's his lowest anyway, so yeah, we'll go with gluttonous. That's completely fine. Hopefully we can have a diplomat when he's king. Right, so we've got our armies raised. They've finished raising. So we're leading this army. We'll march straight onto this barony then. Who have we got in control of this army here? Jarl Karl Klassen of Croatia. Yep, you can stay in charge of that, and we'll get you to march onto this barony. Can we get away with that? Yes. No penalties. And in charge of this army, we have Alpha. We probably have someone better than you. Yes, Count Holmager. We'll go with you. And what other tribes do we have that we can... Well, not tribes, sorry. Baronies. Tribes for us, isn't it? We'd probably be better off going for the barony of Florence, as they're closer together. Keep our armies close by, just in case. Obviously, that Genoa army is a decent size. If it was to attack us one by one, it could probably do some damage. A notable guest has arrived, but not of much importance. There's not a lot else that we can do, really, so we'll just go for this war. There's nothing else for us to keep our eye on. Wow, I've got a pretty strong fortress there. So that's going to take some time. Do you know what, then? Because that's literally on our border. Let's station besiegers there and march onto the barony of Siena. We've sent 2 armies to this one by accident. Let's take this other host then. Will we get away with the barony of Lucca? Yes, we will. It's not too far away. We can get away with that. Perfect. In charge of this small army on our border then, do we have any siege leaders who can speed this up a little bit for us? I don't actually think we've got any siege leaders. We could really do with one. Yeah, we've literally got no siege leaders at all. We've got a new Duke Guy the Third. Interesting. We'll go with, then, I think I just seen an unyielding defender. Yes, I did. Jarl Sigbjorn. We'll go with him, then, just to give him a little bit more of a chance. Where is this Genoa army going to go? Let's have a look. We could... Do you know what? If we station besiegers, and station besiegers, and then if we march the 800 here, march the 1300 here, and march the 17... Actually, probably go to the city of Empolia instead. Let's have a look. The 800 here, march there, and the 1300 there. Let's combine those together, which is going to be a decent-sized army, enough to, hopefully, for us to attack that Genoa force and do some serious damage to them. The Welsh army isn't going to be able to get here this quickly. And yeah, it looks like hopefully we're going to be able to chase down that army and crush them whilst doing some serious damage in the sieges. What's this host here? The Duchy of Tuscany. It's a hostile force, but it's not a powerful enough force that it should cause us trouble, I wouldn't think. We should be okay. There we go. That gives us 3,900 men here. Let's merge these 3 armies together, led by us ourselves. And can we get to the Genoa host in time? Yes, we can. Perfect. I'm a little bit worried about this attacking us, so let's put some commanders in charge of these armies just to give them a better chance. Jarl Augustin, who is unyielding, so he should be able to hold that host off. Who have we got in charge of this? We'll go with Count Holmgar, and then this host here, we will go with Jarl Karl Clausen. Perfect. Hopefully we can cause some serious damage to the Genoa host here. Yeah, perfect. Here we go. We are in battle, and yes, we are absolutely destroying them. Our champion Jarl Aid maimed one of their counts, and yeah, absolute slaughter. Let's see what we've got here. To the noble High King Stryker, the very mention of your name is like stars in the sky. I wish only to see you, that I may know your smell. Your wife is a cold-hearted, but I am implacable. These lines are but a bleak reflection of my feelings for you. I will do anything to prove my loyal affection. Sign. Okay, who the hell are you? 38-year-old. Russian. Okay. You flatter me, my lady. She'll attempt to win our heart. Yeah, why not? Let's see. Interesting. See if we can get some more bastards. Our champion King Nicholas maimed Count Uglino, so he's as good as his father by the looks of it. I was worried when we obviously lost the OG Rasputin, but his son seems to have done okay there. We can negotiate an alliance with you. Oh, somebody, it was Amir, wasn't it, told me what this actually means, and I can't remember. I think this symbol, was it H, so it would be Hoarder? I'm probably completely wrong, and I've completely forgotten. Let's ransom you, get 50 gold, very nice. How did this battle go then? Let's have a look at the details. We lost 327 men, they lost 1,200. Our champions, Count Holmgar of Asford, 105 kills. Jarl Udder of Apulia, 100 kills. Okay, so we slaughtered them. Duke Gilles of Tuscany did quite well before he had his head ripped off by Count Holmgar. Awesome. Our warriors are so sick. So good. And our army is split very, very nicely now. We've formed that alliance, which is perfect. We've received that 50 gold. Is there a... No, it's only a city there. Do you know what? We'll leave this army of 3,000 where we are. We're perfectly placed in between all of these other hosts. Whilst they finish their sieges, we can defend them quite nicely. Do you know what? We'll probably march out to the... Oh, no, we can't march out to the coast. We'll march onto the city of Empolia instead then. And perfect. We've won that siege. We've taken some prisoners. So we can now bring these 1,000 men. Do you know what? I'll march those onto Lucca, and we can form a second host here while they finish that siege. Who have we got here to ransom? Only for 10 gold. Let's have a look at you. 14-year-old. You're no one of massive interest, to be honest. So we'll just ransom you for the 10 gold. Why not? There's going to be some nice land here that we are going to obtain by taking Genoa. Well, taking Italy off Genoa. We're going to get a hell of a lot of decent land. It's going to give us some very nice land here in the Western Mediterranean as well, which will be interesting to keep an eye on and see what we can do. What's this host here? It's just a hostile army. It's not the Welsh army, but we have got to keep an eye out for where they're going to land, just in case they take us in the rear. Vassal factionalism. Duke Borrell has been using his influence to push for the advancement of the faction to install Haller on the Sapphire Land throne, believing that their figurehead would ultimately be a better ruler than I. While I do not doubt Borrell's convictions, he is only human. If I can convince him to curb these activities, it will make it easier for me to consolidate the power I have over my vassals. If he helps me now, I will return the favour. Old-fashioned flattery is good at inspiring loyalty. Remind him that my interests are Odin's interests. Duke Borrell is only exercising his right. Who is he? He's that Bulgarian bastard, isn't he? Who's constantly plotting against us. Yes. If it helps me now, I will return the favour. We gain 100 stewardship experience, but then we give him a hook. I don't want to give him a hook. Old-fashioned flattery would cost us 350 prestige, which we do have a shit ton of prestige. So we may as well go with that, because then at least we get those points to use on our trees, which I want to do. I want to try and get a little bit more stewardship. Vassal clings to faction. Despite my best efforts to convince him, Duke Borrell has refused to leave the faction to install Haller on the Sapphire Land throne, and he continues to advocate for their interests above mine. Why doesn't he see the benefits of me siding with him? I could really do with an intrigue character at one point, just so we can get rid of all these sort of things. It'd be interesting to play as Oh, perfect. Yeah, but it'd be interesting to play as an intrigue-focused character. Let's send these 400 men to bolster the numbers here then at this fortress. Taking some prisoners as well, which is good. Got 1,600 men here. Let's take them to the barony of Medina then. And these 3,000, what do we do with you? Where is the next close barony? We've got one down here. Should we leave that undisturbed? Should we march up into the north? It'd probably be better for us to march into the northern lands, wouldn't it? Let's march to the city of Luna and then see where we're at once we get there. Let's ransom these prisoners that we've got. Oh, we've got a countess. 25 gold. Very nice. You're worth 50 gold. Very nice. And we had another countess once that we've got the gold for the other one. Oh, perfect. Here's the Genoa army. Let's see if we can catch up with them and cause some trouble. Let's merge this host together down here. Can we ransom that other prisoner now? Countess Beatrice for 25 gold. Perfect. Can we catch the Genoa army? Oh, not without... Ah, perfect. We can march around here, though, without losing... getting a penalty. Is this the Welsh army now? Yes, it is. And... Oh, it's the Genoa. I thought that was the Mercian flag. Then I was like, what the hell are the Mercians doing down here? Oh, and this is another stronghold. Annoyingly so. But that's fine, because we're about to take this one any second. And we've managed to get that ransom. So we've made 500 gold from this war already, which is absolutely beautiful. We do need to save that gold up for when we go feudal. This is why I want Sven so much, so that we can go feudal finally. And start then using all of that wealth that we've got to start improving our holdings massively. Let's march these 1,300 up then to join these other troops in this barony. And we need to let that barony fall, unfortunately, before we can march on to this next barony. But that's fine. We've got the Genoa troops trapped in their western lands, so they shouldn't be able to relieve the sieges on their lands. You know what? Let's march these 3,000 back here to the city of Luni again. Well, 4,000. And then we've got either side of the mountain guarded, stopping them from getting to their southern lands unless they're going to take ship, and we can see if they're doing that and get down south properly to attack them before they disembark. So we're placed pretty tastily right now. Let's merge these armies together again. We'll keep our two main hosts together. We'll play the long game. There's no need to rush this. We'll keep our two huge hosts together. We could have hired the Holy Order that we've set up. Well, there's two Holy Orders now, isn't there? Okay, 4,375 men marching this way. I'm happy to let them do that. I think we could beat them if they attack us with our 3,800. We've got more than enough power there, in my opinion. Are they going to attack us? I hope they do. I don't care if they slightly outnumber us. I'm pretty confident that we can win that battle either way. Are they going to march around to the weaker army? It looks like they are. That's fine by me. Let's station some besiegers. It's only going to take 200 besiegers. Let's put them under the command of Sigbjorn. And the 3,000 host, let's march. Let's not march yet. Let's wait until it's too late for them to change their mind. And then we'll march westward. Now we'll march. Perfect. Marshal impresses vassal. Baron Martin gained 30% opinion of us, and we gained 75 prestige. I really wish we could do more with this prestige. Why can't we make our men at arms even better? There's literally nothing we can spend all of that lovely prestige on that we've got. And they are going to attack that host. Perfect. That is perfect. They've walked straight into my trap. Your son, Jarl Dag Strykerson of Latium, is your new player heir. Okay, interesting. And yeah, they've marched right into our trap. And the Welsh army looks like it's going to actually abandon the Genoa army. So our 3,600 troops are probably not even needed. Oh no, they are. They're going to march straight into that battle. Well, let's enjoy this then. Let's slow things down so we can enjoy this battle a little bit better. We've got 6,200 men against 1,000. There are 1,500 Welsh troops coming, but I've got a feeling that's not going to make much of a difference. Yeah, it's an absolute slaughter in Sapphire favour. Absolute slaughter. It'd be good if we could capture some valuable hostages, but we're at 62% anyway. I'm in no rush to end this war quickly, because we're getting some decent gold from the sieges and ransoms, so we'll take our time, make sure we don't lose too many troops, because we may need them, and we've managed to capture 3 valuable hostages and put ourselves at 96%. Very nice. Let's send the bigger host back westward, out into the mountain, down to the city of Luni. She's probably going to win us the war. Let's have a look at what ransom prisoners we've got. We've got Count Malio, 50 gold. Very nice. And Count Ricardo for 50 gold as well. Beautiful. An easy 100 gold in the back pocket. Yeah, we had a slaughter there. We lost 10% of our troops. They lost about half. Perfect. What about this other battle? 500 troops dead. They lost, wow, 2,700. So yeah, that's a crushing victory in our favour. I may be able to enforce demands at 96%. Oh, no, we don't. That was Sigbjorn who had that trait. I get mixed up with who has the traits. And our concubine is pregnant. Awesome. How many kids has Stryker got now? 9 children. Nice. I just wish that we were in Iron Man mode so I could get the achievement still, but that would mean not using mods, which, no, I must use mods. You can't not use mods in Crusader Kings. Right, so let's merge these forces back together. Either of these are going to fall. We'll let both fall just so that we get the gold. 27 gold from that, which puts us at 100%. But we may as well wait for this to fall, which is going to fall any second. Just so we... There you go, look, another 20 gold. It was more than worth the wait. And we will enforce our demands. To the friendless High King Stryker, may wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. And Sapphire Land looks beautiful now. If we can just take these lands here with the passes into the mountains, that is going to give us such a good border. Such a good northern and western border. I probably won't go any further west or north for the foreseeable future there, just because we'll be so well defended. We are going to have to take that little bit of land off Frisia as well, but then we can concentrate on our southern conquests and our eastern conquests, our main rival, the Byzantines. We still need to take this land as well, just to join our lands together. Or maybe grant these independence, because I didn't really want it in the first place. I'll decide at some point. Let's disband all of our troops. And we actually haven't gone over the domain limit, which is interesting. We can usurp the Kingdom of Italy, which we can't do because she's currently at war, which is annoying. We can create 3 new titles, though. The Duchy of Genoa, the Duchy of Piedimonte, and the Duchy of Emilia, which, yeah, we will do. Why not? It's not that expensive to make these. It saves us. They're cheaper than when we are feudal, so we may as well make them now. And we've got plenty of gold. Literally, the war has paid for those itself. It does give us 4 duchies that we now need to give away, though. Did we get any other titles that we can give away? We've got the just kingdoms and duchies, I think. I don't think we got any independent areas. We've got 11 titles. Let's have a look. The Chiefdom of Mantua, which is here. Okay, so we can give the Chiefdom of Mantua away. So we will do that. Let's see if we can give that to our grandson then, Magnus, who is coming of age very quickly, 10 years old. Can we grant the title to Magnus, the Chiefdom of Mantua? Yes, we can. Perfect. So, and that is the Jarldom of Emilia, which we will give to him as well. Let's make him a Jarl in his own right. Please do not die young, Jarl Magnus. Please do not die young. And that might get us under the duchy limit that we actually went. No, we've still got too many duchies. We do still need to give some of them away. That's fine. We can negotiate an alliance with Jarl Magnus. Why are we getting 10 stress for that? He's our ward and grandson, for goodness sake. I do want to usurp the Kingdom of Italy as soon as we can. So what are these other duchies that we've just obtained? So this duchy here, this duchy here. And then we've got Lombardy, of course, which we haven't took yet. We need to attack East Francia. That's good. We can attack East Francia for the Duchy of Lombardy, which is perfect. Right, so who have we got in these lands? They're all going to be Italian lords, aren't they? Do we... Well, it's not going to allow us to usurp them, really. We could give the Jarldoms to people, which would help. We don't really have any sons, do we? We've got Talir, who is robust and young still, but too young, really, to be giving titles to. Not really got anyone else that we could give titles to, if I'm honest. We could just give them to the locals to keep them on side. Let's have a look in Genoa who we've got. We've got Count Mario. I might just give it to him just for the name, just because what a name. Or Lord Mayor Giacomo. I don't like his tash. Honestly, it's not jealousy, guys. It's not jealousy. And then we've got... Yeah, I'm going to go with Count Mario, just for the name alone. I wonder if we could demand him to convert. He might accept. We'd lose 10% opinion of us, though. Let's see if we can get him to. If he converts, we'll give him the land. And who have we got up in this land? We've got Count Ildefonso. We've got Count Ostaticio. And we've got Count Riccardo. I'm going to go with Riccardo, just because I can say it for starters, and it's a cool name. Right, unpause. Let's see if either of those convert, and then we can give them those lands. I've got a feeling they're not going to. Alliance form with Jarl Magnus. Perfect. Yeah, I've got a feeling they're not going to convert. I can't see them doing it. To my liege, I see the wisdom of your face, but I hope to understand what a long and winding path it is from darkness into the light. Perhaps if you promise to support me in whatever way I may need, the journey would be an easier one. Get some weak hook on us. Do you know what? I'll go for that just so we can convert you and get you to like us. And now I will grant you the title, I think it was the Yardom of Piedmonte, wasn't it? Yes, perfect. There we go. Which should make him like us a little bit more. Now we've just got to wait on Count Mario and see what he's going to say. My faith is too strong to be swayed by your earthly words. I would rather attain my reward in heaven. Well, stuff you then, Mario. Let's see if your tashed friend is a little bit more willing. Maybe he wants it. A mossy nap. While outside one day enjoying the unusually pleasant weather, I come across a small pond surrounded by large boulders. On those rocks happened to be a large layer of moss, enough it seemed for a good nap. Take a nap, admire the scenery, relax a little. Why not, Stryker? Why not? My faith is too strong to be swayed. Well, we'll go with Mario then, just for the name. It was worth a try. Grant titles. The Yardom of Genoa. And that leaves us with one more Yardom to give away. Can we usurp this yet? No, she's still at war. That's annoying. What is the last Yardom that we've got? The Yardom of... Where even is this land that we've got? The Yardom of Tlimekan. Where's that? Is that down? Oh, it's down in Africa. Interesting. Well, who owns this land down here? Who have we got? We've got King Sven. Count Amid. Count Amid. Count Canute. And Count Sifal. Who's he? Okay, well, none of them are Asatru, unfortunately, so I don't really want to give it to someone who's not Asatru, so we're going to have to go with Count Canute. We'll grant you the Yardom of Tlimekan, and you should still be the vassal of King Sven, shouldn't you? Surely, let's just check. Grant vassal. Yeah, I'm guessing that you've gone straight as his vassal, that's fine, because you was his vassal anyway. Wow, Sven has got quite a decent kingdom going on here, hasn't he? All of this land like in Algeria, Morocco area. Most of Sardinia. He's got a lot of alliances. He's got the 3 islands here as well. He's doing very well. Very well indeed. Who's weaker out of Frisia and East Francia? Frisia got 4,000 men. Wow. Currently at war with Aquitaine. And East Francia has 500 men. And they're currently at war with several people. So it looks like they're going to be the vulnerable target. We'll get that war set up for the next episode then. Let's declare war on those. And we can go for a holy war for the Duchy. Or we can go for the conquer. You know what? I'd rather save our piety. Oh, we've got claims here from people. Which are decent claims. But I don't want to go north of those mountains anyway. So let's go for the conquer Duchy. And it's already selected it for us. It was the Duchy of Lombardy, wasn't it? Yes. Yeah, perfect. It's only 188 prestige to do that as well. Declare war. This should be an insanely easy war for us, giving us everything south of that mountain. All we need to do then is attack Frisia for this one county here. Just to give us those mountain passes and those amazing defences. Right, let's move this rally point right up here into the mountain. Then we just need to take this actually as well, which is actually still owned by Italy. But they are Norse. Maybe we can vassalise her. We could always try that, couldn't we? Let's raise all of the men here. But we will end today's episode there, guys. Look at Sapphireland now. Very nice. It's just this ruining in it, really, isn't it? But it's looking insanely nice. But yeah, we'll end today's episode here, guys. So thank you all so much for watching, as always. I hope that you enjoyed. I really appreciate it. I honestly do. Please don't forget to like and comment down below. And I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.